Hey, this is Mark of Indie Traveler, and this is the Peak Design 45-liter backpack. Now, I've been using this for the last 6 months now, so unlike some of the other reviews out there that looked at the pre-release version of it or reviewed it at launch, I've been able to test this out on multiple different trips now, including this one. Right now, I'm in beautiful Seville in Spain. Now, I don't think the question is whether this backpack is any good. I think this is an amazing backpack. However, it does have one really annoying flaw that I will tell you about in a minute. But overall, this is a premium backpack, also at a premium price, but I think what you get for that is really good. The first thing you'll notice is that this is a very sturdy backpack. The 400D nylon exterior also uses some foam padding, which means that it holds its shape even when it's empty. When you put the backpack down on the ground, it will also stand up. The material used is weather resistant and the zippers are all weather sealed. The padded shoulder straps are very comfortable, and it's a fully featured backpack that comes with a hip belt with a zip pocket and an adjustable sternum strap. You can hide away all the straps when you're not using them. So there's one thing I'm honestly not really a fan of, and that is the sternum strap. It seems really clever and flexible at first because you can take this out and adjust the sternum strap to 4 different heights, depending on your preference. But here's the thing, you can also detach it on the other side. And that, of course, makes it really easy to lose. And that's exactly what happened to me on my first trip with this backpack. I went to Rome. I had 2 bags with me, so I checked this one in. Although it's carry-on size, in this case, I checked it in and I saw the backpack return from the conveyor belt without my sternum strap. Damn it! So, what happened, I think, was that I left it on one side, and that's just not enough to keep it in place. If you check in this bag, I do highly recommend taking off the sternum strap and putting it inside your backpack where it is safe. Fortunately, Peak Design does have replacement straps available, so I got a new one, but it was a little bit annoying. So honestly, I think this is one major design flaw in the Peak Design 45-liter, although I think it is also outweighed by the streamlined design and all the other clever little touches that are included in it. First, one of the coolest things is that you can expand it from a default 35-liter to a 45-liter size. And I think this makes it perfect for both shorter and longer trips. Let's take a quick look at the compartments. On the front is a travel organizer, which has 4 zipped pouches inside, 2 of which can also be accessed from the main compartment. There are various pouches for small items with an elastic material that prevents items from falling out. The inside compartment is very spacious and can be accessed easily from either the front or from the sides. Finally, there is a laptop compartment which has plenty of space for my 15-inch Dell XPS. So something I do appreciate about this backpack is that it has so many nice features that even after 6 months, I'm often thinking, oh, I didn't know my backpack could do that. For example, there's this secret little pouch where you could perfectly hide your keys or your passport. On the outside, there is a magnetic pocket which has 2 straps for attaching extra stuff to the outside of the backpack. This is also a great spot for stuffing a rain poncho or something like that. All the zippers are weather sealed and have O-rings to lock them, and you can fix the zippers with a loop for added security. There is a spacious water bottle pocket on both sides, and it even fits this awesome mug that I found. Another thing that this backpack does really well is it has lots of little attachment points and grab handles and ways that you can attach other things to the pack. So it's really versatile in that regard. We should also talk a little bit about the accessories. Normally, I don't really care about the official accessories that travel backpack manufacturers provide. I think they're usually expensive upsells, and you can get, for instance, cheap packing cubes more easily on Amazon. In this case, I think it's a little bit different because the accessories fit exactly the size of this backpack, and they include a lot of the same clever design touches that Peak Design is famous for. So for instance, here is the electronics organizer, and as you can see, it has loads of little pouches and places to put SD cards or cables or whatever. Really nice. The packing cubes by Peak Design are made of a nice material as well and have multiple zippers so that you can easily compartmentalize all your stuff. And there's the toiletry bag, which has lots of little spaces to keep your stuff, and a magnetic little pouch that closes like magic. So if you are buying this backpack and you have maybe 50 bucks extra to spare, I do recommend adding on a few of those really nice accessories, as it'll really enhance your enjoyment of this backpack. All in all, I really like the design thinking that went into this backpack. I think the people at Peak Design really thought about how people are actually going to use this. And that's not always the case with travel backpacks. I've reviewed some of them that just had amazing Kickstarter videos with tons of features, and then you use it in reality and it turns out it's not as great as it seems, not as usable. I didn't get that feeling with this backpack. Now, if this seems like a gushing review, that's just because I couldn't really think of many negatives to mention. The only thing that came up for me was the sternum strap, as I mentioned before. I think that is just way too easy to lose. If you can be careful with that, then maybe that is not a deal breaker. Also, in the first like 2 weeks or so of using this backpack, I still had to get used to how things are organized inside. It's a little bit different from other backpacks, and there's just so many access points, like from the side, from the top, that it's easy to grab the wrong zipper. So after a while, I got more used to that. Okay, so one thing that I think is really important to highlight is that you can expand this backpack from 35 to 45 liters. I think that's great because if you're traveling carry-on on airlines with more restrictive policies, you can still do that. It also makes the bag appropriate for shorter trips, like I've taken this on weekend trips and family trips, but also for longer journeys. I've expanded this backpack to 45 liters and then taken it backpacking in Vietnam for a month, for instance. That said, I do travel quite minimalistically. If you're interested in the one bag travel philosophy and you want to see how exactly I pack, there is a link in the description below. I think the last question about this backpack that you could ask is whether it is durable. And to be honest, I don't think anyone knows, because this thing has been out only for a year so far. What I can say is that it hasn't let me down so far, and I think the quality of the materials seems very good. With the everyday backpack, I did have an issue where after a while there was a squeaky noise that started happening. So I was walking around with the everyday backpack and I just heard like wee, 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 in the back of my backpack. Fortunately, that has not been the case with this backpack. Very happy with that. Overall, I think this backpack gets 2 thumbs up from me. I think it's really great. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And if you want to know more about the features or you want to order this backpack, there's also a link in the description below. Full disclosure, that's an affiliate link, although I don't do sponsored stuff, so I'm just giving you my honest opinion here. All right, that's it for me now. It's getting very hot and sweaty on this rooftop. I might go down and walk through Seville some more. I'll see you in another video.